All right, y'all. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Y'all can hear me? It's good to go. All right. With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And this is the Brotherhood Class, the Tuesday Brotherhood Class. What we're here to do is we're here to teach you brotherhood, whether you like it or not. A lot of people don't really understand what brotherhood means or what sisterhood means or any of that. So for a lot of people, I'm probably wasting my damn time up here, right? Because a lot of this stuff just goes in one ear and out the other. And I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, right, to keep on trying to teach it. But for the people that do listen, I appreciate you. For this, the sisters out there that listen, that, has good sisterhood, I appreciate you as well. And this is what we do it for. When it comes to, pushing brotherhood and sisterhood in America, in this day and age, it is an uphill battle. But we've been put in this position to fight that uphill battle, because at the end of the day, who's going to benefit from it is our people, right? And so this is what we're out here for. This is what we go to camp for. And I implore everybody to listen, and also, to get in class, get to the surrounding cities, to a class somewhere, and get in there and, learn so that you can, be better. What, the camera is good, or like this? Oh, to the right. Yeah. Like, okay, so maybe this is good. All right. It looks better now? Yeah. Okay, so all right, Most High in Christ. So we camp was good this weekend. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who's in the chat. Who we got in there? Who's in the chat tonight?
All right, we got
your mic muted or no?
I'm good.
You good? Okay.
We got Kalatazar. Shout out to Kalatazar from Nashville, Tennessee.
Kalatazar. Shout out to you.
Kiyun Drake.
Kiyun Drake.
Checking in from Columbus, Ohio.
Checking in, okay.
Mm-hmm. We got Kalaya Kwar.
Rib
of Trooper Balakan.
Yeah, that's right.
Albany, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Checking in. We got Kwamida. Checking in from Chicago, and Anaya.
Yeah, Anaya. Hey, look, and check it out too. Like, if y'all need
so like it one more I forgot. Princess Nizam.
Princess Nizam, yeah. And shout out to you, Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shemar done by Shemi Awashad, all the brothers, Shalom, Lord Christ. And if you have to get credit for the class, make sure you stick around. Don't try to, come in here in the beginning and then roll out at the end. But also, what I need to ask everybody is if you could just do me a solid and share the class, and just if it's not too much, hit the like button. All right. So we're gonna go ahead, Mataz Ba.
Yeah, I think they made it easy. Don't you just double tap the screen or something? Or is that Instagram?
I'm not sure. Yeah, Instagram. I know you could double tap the screen, but a lot of stuff would just be so hard for people to do. But I just ask that you do it. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. I mean, what the hell?
Oh, I'm not signing that.
All right. So shout out to everybody, man, who's in the class tonight. So what I wanted to say is that, man, I was reading these scriptures, man, and I actually was going into it this weekend. At camp. But I wanted to kind of reiterate on it, because I kind of like came in and just kind of hit on the scriptures a little bit. But what I wanted to do was go into it a little bit more. But if I could I get Jeremiah 1 and 10? Jeremiah 1 and 10. Let me get there with you. You got the cops. I mean, you got ICE going up in these places. Mm-hmm. Everything's going. Who? You said somebody had gone early before class. You said a bunch of people from where?
So it was a Edomite who she's actually running for some type of city office or something like that. But she thought she was trying to be smart and call ICE on that Hyundai plant. And so 400 and I think it was like 70 something people got detained. So what she did was nobody knew it was her. So what she did was she got online and said, I'm the one that did it. I'm bringing 470 something jobs back to I'm creating 470 something jobs for Georgians and all that kind of stuff like that. But it came out that the plant was owned by the Koreans or something like that. And the 475 people that got detained was actually people that the Koreans sent over here to build up the plant and teach the Americans how to run the plant, because everything was in Korean. Everything was in Korean. So so what she did was she actually blundered 9,000 jobs. They was about to create 9,000 jobs for the Georgians, right? If I may. And so what the Koreans did was they sent the plane, got their people, took them back over there, took all their assets back over there, and then it remains to be seen if they're still going to open up the plant. So she actually hurt 10 times what she thought she was bringing in.
Yeah, because she probably thought it was a bunch of Mexicans up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know, some people are stupid. She's white.
Definitely. Kamala Khan.
That's to be the thing, man. That's where it's at right now. You know, everybody, you know, just, you know, that's the thing I can't I just don't like about, you know, those people here, is that, you know, they just always think like they're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like in their mind they feel that they're doing the right thing. You know, just like people who, you know, call the cops and, you know, on people that having a barbecue or something like that, you know, in a park. They feel like, hey, you know, do you got a permit to do this? And they just feel like they're just right all the time. That's why I just can't deal with them, and I just choose to stay far away. All right. So what was we at? The
book of Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 1:10.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms.
Right, because even in our poverty, we still over the nations and over the kingdoms. We still, even in the poverty that we have to endure every single day. Right? Go ahead.
To root out.
And what are we here to root out, man? We here to root out what? Lies. Right? Go ahead.
And to pull down.
And what are we here to pull down? We're here to pull down the strongholds that have those things, you know what I mean, on our people, like gangs, you know, and you know, you see what's going on with the whole RICO thing right now, you know what I mean? Everybody's getting a damn RICO, you know, and you know, that's what we're here to do. We're here to root out into what?
And to pull down. And to destroy.
Right, and to destroy what? Every single evil philosophy that has our people jacked up. You know, y'all know what they are. I'll give you one. It's called the church. That's one that got everybody jacked up. You know, is the Christian church, and not to mention, you know, our, you know, so-called, you know, black culture, you know, which is really, if you really break it down, what is black culture? You know, sis? In America, what's black culture? Huh?
We want it to be like that.
You know what black culture is? Is rap. Rap music. Because everything flows through rap. You know, like rap music, it's everything. It's everything to black people. Why do you think that whenever they want you to vote, they go and get a celebrity, you know, a rapper? You know, because they know that's what moves. Unfortunately, that's what moves, you know what I mean? Black people, music, you know what I mean? That's like our thing, you know? So they know, okay, if we want to get something through to black people, we'll go to the entertainers, you know? Like, and then we also have a culture of church. You know what I mean? A religious culture. And so they go to the religious leaders and they talk to those people. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, when it comes to white culture or any other cultures, who do they go to when they want to get a message through to them? They go to their politicians, right? They go to people that have status. You know what I mean? People that are in elected positions. They talk to people that are not entertainers, you know what I mean? I don't give a damn. You know, they might go to and get them to, you know, perform or something like that, but they're not going to go to try to get any policy to a celebrity like they do to black people, because they understand what our culture is. You know what I mean? And it's literally music. And I mean, it kind of stops there, because when you look at it, and like I think I say it every time I get up there to speak, when you look at like government, it's a difference between governance and being part of government. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, think of every single organization that black people have, and I'm gonna bring it back, but just think about every organization we have: the Black Caucus, give me some more, Matazapa, the NAACP, the what's some other ones? Talking
about black.
Yeah, just all the different, you know, like the Congressional Black Caucus, the what's those organizations? The fraternity, or you know, the fraternities. All of that stuff means absolutely nothing, because it's not even on any point of a power structure in America. Go ahead.
And generally, any black fraternity that we have is only a black fraternity started because black people couldn't get into the white fraternity. So because black people couldn't get into, let's just use Freemasonry for an example, right? White people wouldn't let black people in. So then black people just had to join so bad that we just created Prince Hall Masonry. We had to create our own Freemasonry.
Masons, man. I want, and then you got women that are what? Eastern Stars. So what the hell man, come on, man. You know, it's because we don't have an identity, and we're trying to figure out some kind of way to get where we want to be without actually doing what the Lord requires us to do. And that's not going to ever happen, right? And so the black organizations in America, in which we are here to pull down, they have no power in America, and it means absolutely nothing to you know, the power structure in America, right? It was locked.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think I had lost it.
Just making sure.
Yeah. All right. You can go ahead. You can continue on.
To root out, and to pull down, and to destroy, and to throw down.
Could you back up a couple of words? Would you say?
Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 10. See, I have set this day, Salakia, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down.
Right. The strongholds, right?
Right. And to destroy.
Right.
And to throw down. To build. And to plant. Right.
Because remember, when you breaking down these philosophies, like when you tell a brother that, you know, Islam ain't the way, you know what it's going to do? It's going to break his heart. When you tell a sister that Islam ain't the way, it's going to break her heart, because you thought that was the way. Now, honestly, where can black people get by following after Arabs? Arabs? Like, I mean, damn, you probably have a better shot with white people. But Arabs? Like, okay, because what I mean by that is, okay, following the white Jesus, you see more people that are rich, right? Rich people that follow white Jesus and follow Christianity. You know, you see them in, you know, they're rich and famous and all that. I don't really see no rich and famous people that's Muslim. You know what I mean? Because I mean, how can you ever think that? And I get why people do it. People do it because, you know, you were trying to find like an alternative to white Christianity. And so, you know, you ran to the Arabs. But that's the thing, like the Arabs, they know that you know, it's like we get oppressed, right? But like in the inner cities, especially like in Philly, Wilmington, Delaware, you know, New Jersey, Islam has captured the minds of the religious arm of oppression. You know what I mean? Amongst black people. It's like the religious arm is controlled by the Arabs, you know, and then like you got like what we do like on a day-to-day basis is controlled by the white man. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, go ahead, Matazapa.
I was about to say, I think it's popular amongst black people because it got the little rituals. It got rituals to make you appear to be righteous and doing good. You know what I mean? And like you said, it doesn't really have the tenets of like Christianity.
Yeah.
So it's like separate from Christianity. So, you think you're getting something different.
Yeah. And why would you ever try to follow after Arabs, man?
Ooh, wait.
Arabs who sit in the store all day and take your money all day long. And they oil rich and never give a nigga nothing. No oil, nothing. I mean, if you got a loyal following of black people here in America, you would think that they would do something for black people at all. And they do absolutely nothing. Even the church gives out free food to homeless people. Go ahead.
No, and I was about to say, they will sell you stuff that is unlawful for you to have. You know what I mean?
I've never seen like the Islam. I did see an Islamic video where the girl remember she was passing out food and she kept passing it out to everybody but the black Muslims. Yeah, she was passing the food out. She's like going like this, going like that. The black girl like this, and she like and give it to somebody over there. You know what I mean? Gave it to other. The black girl like when she could no longer give it to anybody else, she just was like here. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it is. So why not follow the black God? Why not follow, what Israelites teach? You know what I'm saying? Why not follow what the ISUPK teach? Because, I mean, why would you try to follow what everybody else teaches and that doesn't benefit you in any kind of way? Why would you want to follow a book that automatically makes you a second-class citizen? That makes no sense. And saying second-class citizen is actually, doing it too much justice, because if you're a Muslim, the Arabs are first, and then after that it would probably be like the African Arab, the African Muslims, and then after that it'll probably be like the East Indian Muslims or whatever that's in the earth, and then it'll probably be black people at the very, very end of that. So why would you want to join something like that where you got to walk around a rock and kiss a stone? Go ahead, Matalapa. Oh, but it said also what? It said to build up?
To build and to plant.
Right. So remember, when you break it down, you're going to have to build that person back up. When they come into the truth, you break it down and then you build that person back up. But then also when you plant more seeds for more people to grow. Right. So you go out on the streets, you let brothers know about the scriptures. A lot of people that are foolish and dumb and stupid, you got to give them 1,000 scriptures. But, that's how it works. And that's how the truth, ultimately lives on. All right.
If I may
go ahead.
I was about to say, and a lot of times, you may plant a seed and that seed don't come to fruition or start growing till like maybe 5 years later or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you talk to a brother and it may seem like he may or may not receive it at that specific moment doesn't mean the seed hasn't been planted for, sometime appointed time in the future. He might hear it again or something might happen in his life or whatever to, you know what I mean?
Because black people like their behind whoop. We like it. We are glutton for punishment. What's that word called? We mascochis. What's mascochis? You ever heard that word? Mascochis? Those are people that love pain. You know what I mean? Love degradation. And that's what we love. We love that. We love to learn through the knowledge of good and evil. But that's the way we love to learn. We like to learn that way, right? You know how we learn not to put condoms on? Because so many of us died behind AIDS. So many of us caught, sexually transmitted diseases. Now when anytime they put like a medicine, for like, HIV, it always has, without a doubt, it has homosexual couples. Whenever they have one, Truvada, all them different ones that come on TV, they be like, take Truvada. It can make you be negative, but you really got HIV, but it'll make your test come up negative. You know what I mean? Ain't that nasty?
Be undetectable, yeah.
Yeah, you undetectable. So what does that mean? You're gonna go ahead and you could potentially get with a partner, and then they say, oh well, let's go get tested because I don't want to just put myself out there. And you got straight up HIV, and you go up in there and take a test, and you come up negative, but you really got it. So now you having sex with this person, and you putting their life at risk because you got something that'll hide the fact that you have HIV. Ain't that wild? That is crazy, man. Instead of them actually saying the things that we need, that people need to hear, so that they don't have to engage in that lifestyle. Would you say?
No, Kaladazar said, telling you that you still able to have vile sex.
Yeah,
that's just
it's like nobody wants to. It's like nobody wants to just address the behavior. Instead they just say, "Here, take this pill, and you could just keep being nasty."
Right. And if I may add to that, the nasty part about it is you try to be undetectable because you just want to have raw sex. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. Nobody wants to use protection. So you go to find out that you undetectable just so you can have the not use protection.
And it always got two dudes. It's usually like two dudes.
Yeah,
they'd be having like women on there too. They'll have women on there too, but it's just always two guys, man. I'm oh my God, man. America,
trans, they have trans.
Yeah, because that is tearing up the black community. You know what I mean? Look at Atlanta. It's going down. And then how like when they say, it's so funny, right? Because you see a lot of women. And it's so funny because, a lot of women, they'll say that, that they're, what's that word called? They don't like a man with multiple women. But then what you're starting to see is that women are starting to come to the realization that they're going to have to share a man. Just like the scripture said it would happen. The scripture said, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Because the pickings is slim out here nowadays. A lot of these men are on the down low. On the down low, man. You bending your man over. Man. You know what I'm saying? You bending your man over. He like what you like. How can you think that the way the world is going, that man is going to be a man that's going to be worth a damn? And so the men that are worth a damn, the women are going to have to fight over them. You know what I mean? And that's just the way the Lord is going to make it, because for one, women have a lot of goddamn pride about every damn thing, and the Lord is showing, that things are going to change, especially for women. All right. Any more on that?
All
right, no sweat. All right, let me get this real quick. Let me get Proverbs. I think it was 22 and 1. I just wanted to say this real quick so everybody knows. I think it's Proverbs 22.
Okay, I see you flicking through that book now. You said 22 and 1, right?
Yeah, I think it's 22 and 1. Let me see how that looks.
Proverbs.
Hold on. No, 22 and 7.
22 and 7.
And this is just for this is for black people, right? That be sitting here, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna move on. But this is for black people that constantly want to figure out your position in America, right? And maybe this will help you find it out. All right, go ahead and talk about
Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor.
You see that? Rich people rule over you. Stop thinking that, man, we all the same. We all gotta have equal rights. You're not gonna have the same equal rights as Donald Trump. You're not gonna have the same rights as Elon Musk. You get my point? So you have a lot of black people out here trying to fight for equality. You're not equal. The Bible just said it. Could you say it one more time, Matazabah?
Khan. The rich ruleth over the poor.
There you go. The rich rule over the poor. So what does that mean? Then there's no reason for there's no reason for black senators. There's no reason for any of that stuff. Like, oh yeah, she's a representative. We're gonna send her to DC and she's going to be, a representative for us. The rich rule the poor. Go ahead, Matazabah.
Hey, so you think You think you're gonna get into Congress and you're gonna represent black people, and as soon as you get into Congress, they're gonna be like, "Do you support Israel?"
Yeah,
that's more important than your constituents back in your neighborhood. Do you support Israel, or you ain't gonna be here?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, black people and politicians is useless.
Period.
It's useless. Black people, they're like, yeah, well, see, we got the mayor. See, we got all the cities with black mayors, black women mayors is hell. Every single city. It's so laughable because of the fact, like, we actually think that that's the way to fight and fix black people. All those cities, like, and the oppressor, he's so strategic with it too. He's so strategic. What he did was he let black people have it. You know what I mean? He let you have it. The mayors, of all these cities, Philadelphia, Detroit, Chicago, those are black mayors. Baltimore, DC, those are black mayors. And guess what? It's Democratic led cities, and the cities is in shambles. You know what I mean? Like, the white man will give you what you want just to show you, like, so he can blame it all on you at the end. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the National Guard about to roll up in Chicago, and you got niggas online talking about they got switches up there in Chicago. You know what's gonna happen if the National Guard go to Chicago? The niggas gonna stay in the house. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna stay in the house. Ain't gonna be no murders for at least 2 weeks. And that's how it's gonna go, because we're afraid. Black people are afraid of white people. The most hardened criminals are afraid, out of his shaking in his boots, of the oppressor. You can see it. Don't y'all watch First 48? Don't you? You know what I mean? And that's what's going on. So it's nothing gonna happen when the National Guard go up there. Everybody gonna go in the house and everybody gonna play nice. That's how it's gonna go.
Especially with a gun, like black people are afraid of Edomites, period. But damn, an Edomite with a gun,
Yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing. You talking trash. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Sit there.
You know what I mean? And that's why I say it's important that we come together and do something to make the Lord, not to have so that the Lord have mercy on us. What could black people do today, honestly, really, if they wanted to put us back on the cotton field right now, tomorrow? If they put a damn what's that called, executive order to say that black people are going back into slavery, what niggas gonna do? Not a damn thing. You're gonna complain and make a bunch of podcasts about how wrong it is to go back into slavery. But guess what's gonna happen when they go through? You're gonna be right on the what's that called? The plantation, arguing and fighting each other. Arguing and fighting each other over the damn who ain't picking enough cotton. You know what I mean? So let's make sure that we know what's going on. And I'm saying all this to help put things in perspective, to show that, man, the only thing we got is each other. The only thing we got is the truth. The only thing we got is brotherhood, and that's and sisterhood too. That's all we got. And we work off of that, and we can make something happen. All right. Let me get Ezekiel 16 and 30.
Did you want the rest of that, or you just wanted that first? You just wanted the first
let me finish off the rich rulers, the poor.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Right. So are black people are black people the borrower or the servant? I mean no, hold on. And the borrower is servant to the lender. So are black people the lender or the borrower? There you go. It just told you, it just literally said it right there. And I just wanted to say that because you got so many people, trying different ways when there is no other way. There's no other way but to keep the commandments. The Lord has locked everything off. Any way that you think that you can go around, the Lord has blocked it off. You cannot go and get the kingdom of heaven by trying to just figure out a way to get around it. And the way to the kingdom of heaven is through this door, straight through the hallway, out the back door. We trying to go on the roof, trying to scale around the side of the building, trying to dig a hole to get underneath of the house, trying to,
take a drone over to the backyard. There's no way we're gonna be able to do it. Go ahead and talk the part. Is this right? Oh, this way. Damn. Okay.
Brotherhood.
All right, brotherhood. Okay, let's go to Ezekiel 16 and 30. Paul, can you see me one time for the one time?
You said 17 and 30?
Yeah. It could be
16 and 30.
Apple. You know, I'm feeling real bougie right now. It's Ezekiel Ezekiel 16 and 30.
16, yeah.
Now, we all heard of hoes before, right? And we know what hoes do, right? But did you know that the Bible talks about Israel being a hoe? Nobody knew that, huh? They don't teach you that in the church. All right. You can put it in the same cup. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Mr. Tequila Man. Mm-hmm. He on a high. He high up on the hog. Nah, but go ahead. All right, you got it. Top of the pot. Let's go to 16 and let's see.
Maybe.
Let's go to 30.
Did you want to go up a little bit?
No, I don't want to. I think right here, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but we're going to go down a few verses.
Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 30.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I mean, if you want to go up some, but I mean, I think
I'll just keep it at 30.
It really, 28 and 29,
is just
it just talks about the nations that we played the harlot with.
Being in front of
and you can equate that till today of all the nations that are around us today. All right, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
How weak is thine heart, saith the Lord God.
So the Lord is asking us, how weak are we? Right? How weak is your heart? Your heart is what? Your mind. How weak is your mind? Right? Because look at the things that we come up with. We think that we're going to legislate white people into loving black people. At some point, we got to understand that that's never going to happen. Like you know what it is? You know what we try to do? It's like we want to be Miss America. That's what black people want to be. We want to be married to the white man and we want to be Miss America, right? And so when you don't have power, right? Let's just say a woman. If a woman doesn't have power, what does she rely on? Somebody blow my mind with this one. If a woman doesn't have power, what does the woman rely on?
Her sex or sex appeal.
Go ahead. Her body. Go.
I was going to say the government.
Not the government. If a woman doesn't have power. That's one thing, but I'm thinking more in lines of, let's just say the old ancient times. If a woman didn't have power, what did she rely on?
Manipulation.
Or okay, that you're on it. But if a woman didn't have power that wanted to have power, remember, she can't just go and beat up a man. What can she do? Right, she can seduce him. Seduction. So a woman that doesn't have power relies on seduction because you can get your way with a man if you seduce him. And that's ultimately what black people are trying to do. We're trying to seduce white people into loving black people. We try every kind of way to seduce them. So guess what we do? We make sure our hair is good, right? Sisters don't even wear their afros no more. They just got straight hair wigs. You know what I mean? They take all that beautiful hair and put it back in the damn cornrows. It look like mine, right? And they go and they make that hair long. You know what I'm saying? A lot of they rely on the seduction, right? That's what as black people, that's what we trying to do. We're trying to seduce the white man into being so that we could be Miss America. And so when you're in a bad relationship, what happens? No matter how much weight you lose, No matter how nice your hair looks, what does that abusive man say? You're fat, you're old, you ain't never gonna be nothing, right? And then what do? We keep on coming back and say, well, look, we don't wear our pants hanging on off our behind no more. We're distinguished now. You know, look, we don't say the word nigga no more. We're distinguished now. We're not like the other niggas that do that. You see what I'm saying? It's like we always try to seduce America, and it never ever happens. Because what happens is other people come in and America has great relationships with them. But we're just the battered wife that can't leave out of the relationship because we're stuck and we're in love and we can't do nothing about it. And that's where it's at, right? Go ahead, Matazapa. It says, how weak is our mind, right? The Lord is asking us that, right? How weak is our mind? Go ahead.
Saith the Lord God,
Mm-hmm.
seeing thou doest all these things,
the
work of an imperious, whorish woman.
Right. That's what we're doing is like a whorish woman to the Lord. We're like whores. Go ahead.
And if I made that word imperious is like arrogant. It's the opposite of meek.
Yeah, it's like you keep reading. Go ahead. We're gonna get into it.
Oh, kind of a con. Verse 31. In that thou buildest thine eminent place in the head of every way.
That's the eminent place is like the things that are respectable about us. You know, the things that how the Lord has, put us with the kind of rank that we got in this earth, right? And we see those things, and we put those things to the side. But we think that when we put the things that's respectable about us, we put it in the way of everybody, and we think that people are going to respect us for that, and that's the same reason why they don't respect us. You know what I mean? The other nations don't respect black people. Why would they? If we hate each other, why would they care about respecting black people? When all women want to do is fight on Instagram and fight on TikTok and beat each other's behinds on Facebook videos. All brothers want to do is knock each other out until the brother ain't fighting no more and you still punching him. Why would anybody respect that? You see what I'm saying? Why would they respect black women getting up on TV saying black man ain't shit, black man ain't shit, but then on the flip side of that say they're not protected by black men? See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I could, I was just going to say something stuck in my mind when you were talking about how we try to, get all dolled up, like a whore in a bad relationship. And I don't know if you ever heard of the Hodge twins.
Mm-hmm.
The Hodge twins had reached out to, the person that's running that all white community that they're building and asked, could, they get in? And they're, shucking and jiving saying we're not even all the way black. And the dude was like, no, you can buy a house outside the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, the only way you got is brotherhood. That's it. That's the only thing you got. That's the only way we're going to do it. When you think about it, it's the only way we're going to be able to move forward because the curve is coming. And if you don't get ahead of that curve that's going to come, then you're going to fall behind it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we come and do these classes, because that's what we trying to teach you so that you don't fall victim to America for the umpteenth time, right? Go ahead and tell the part. It says the eminent place, right? They build a what?
Khan. And that thou buildest thine eminent place in the head of every way, and makest thine high place in every street.
Right. Those are the things that's our reputation. Our reputation that we have. We put that in the heads of every street, right? Go ahead.
And has not been as an harlot.
And has not been as a harlot. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And that thou scornest hire.
Right. And we read that one more time, Matazapa.
It says, and has not been as an harlot.
Right. Meaning that we gave away everything that was good about us, right? We allow these other nations to FUCK, right? But we haven't been as a whore with it, right? We haven't truly been as a whore. Why? Keep reading.
And that thou scornest hire.
Scorn is higher, meaning that we're not even trying to get paid for being a hoe. We hoeing backwards. That's what the Bible is literally saying. You're acting like a hoe, and you're doing everything that a hoe would do, but you're not even a real hoe, because a real hoe would want to get paid for being a hoe. Go ahead, Matas.
It's like I'm sure people familiar with Figueroa. It's like when it's like walking up and down Figueroa. You up on the corner, you talking to people, you doing everything like a whore would do. But then when it comes down to the come down, you ain't getting paid.
They like, yo, how much to, to do this or that? You like, I don't want no money.
Put that away.
Yeah, put that money away. Come on. you like, what? Your money no good here. They like, well, all right. You know what I mean? You look at your money like, so my money ain't good. We're like, no, your money ain't good. Go ahead, keep reading, Matazapa.
Come on,
we're going to get into it.
Verse 32, but as a wife that committeth adultery, which taketh strangers instead of her husband, they give gifts to all whores.
They give gifts to all whores, what?
But thou giveth thy gifts to all thy lovers.
Ain't that crazy? We don't even give gifts. We give, when people have like a hoe that have sex for gifts, we have sex. Like, imagine having sex with somebody, like say you're a prostitute and you have sex with people and you give them something for having sex with you. Ain't that backwards? Right? Let's read on. Go ahead, Matazapa.
They give gifts to all whores, but thou giveth thy gifts to all thy lovers, and hirest them.
Yeah, ain't that backwards? That's how backwards Israel has gotten. Go ahead.
That they may come unto thee on every side for thy whoredom. Verse 34, and the contrary is in thee from other women in thy whoredoms.
Say that one more time, Matazapa.
And the contrary is in thee from other women in thy whoredoms.
That's other women. Like, just think about that. You're contrary to what other women are doing, because guess what other women are doing that are hoes? They're getting paid for it. So they're looking at us like, well, damn, you're not getting anything out of this. You see what I'm saying? Y'all following what's going on here? Like, that's literally what's happening. You think that the Chinese like, damn, we over here hoeing too. We ain't wearing our karate gis no more. We out here, we got suits, 3-piece suits on, just like how the white man look. We're hoeing for the white man, but guess what? We got Chinatown in every major city from the East Coast to the West Coast. We have Chinese restaurants in every single hood, from the East Coast to the West Coast to the South Coast. You know what I mean? They're getting paid for being hoes. What do we got? Rap music. And guess what we get to do? We don't get to run nothing. You get to rap. The rapper is actually the last nigga to get paid. The people look at the rapper like, oh, look at the rapper. Nah. They look like, look at Glorilla. Oh man, Glorilla is really getting money. Man, think about the people who's actually booking her. Think about what they're getting for people that's coming there. Just imagine if she's getting 50 grand to come out to a party, just imagine what the club promoter's getting. Just imagine what the venue is getting. You know what I mean? I'm just going step up. Just imagine what the actual label is getting. You know what I mean? And when you just keep going all the way back, just think of what the producer is actually getting for the song that you like, and you paying $50 to get in to hear her perform. See what I'm saying? We're contrary to other hoes. Because other hoes, they actually, like, you think that them East Indians, they know what's up. They over here slinging donuts. They like, damn, we out here, you know what I'm saying? We thought maybe our life we'd probably be doing something better in America. We didn't left our country to come over here and sling donuts, but they got donuts. They slinging the hell out of them donuts. And you know why we don't want to sling no donuts? Because we don't see no fame in that. We don't see a red carpet in that. Right now, they said that right now, there is a shortage of trades, people signing up to go into trades. You know why? Because everybody want to be an influencer. Everybody want to go on YouTube and get lit. And you're not going to go on YouTube and make a damn dime. You know what I mean? If you make a million hits on YouTube, it's like what? Like $1,000, $1,200? You got black people, we sitting here fighting to go to the NBA. We fighting for 8 for 16 full-time jobs out of millions of people. You out here really trying to compete for a couple of jobs. You get my point? And really all you're doing is competing to be the basketball player, not the owner. You know what I mean? Instead of us always being a damn, you know, the person that's going to be the show. And matter of fact, bro, I seen this black guy. He asked this African dude. He said, "What do you think about black people?" And he said, "I think that black people," and he just kept it real. He was like, "I think black people are just the white man's entertainment." That's it. It was just, you know, it was just straight up. He said, "We feel that y'all are." He said, we Africans feel that y'all are like our saviors, but y'all just haven't woke up yet. You know what I mean? We feel, because remember, that's real salvation to the other nations. The salvation that they're going to get is the salvation when we get it. You see what I'm saying? Because we're going to be over them. So everybody, those Africans, they just might get something to eat. You know what I mean? Those women in Bangladesh that can't get a damn penny in Nepal and places like that, they just might get it because black people will be in power and black people will do the right thing. Black people will rule them the right way. You know what I mean? And then maybe their salvation will come when we get ours. Right? Any more on that, Mataza Pa?
Khan.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I'll just read
it. Let them know where you at.
Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 34. And it says, "And the contrary is in thee from other women in thy whoredoms, whereas none followeth thee to commit whoredoms."
Right. They don't even want to follow what we do. Who wants to be black? Ask any of them Chinese people, would you rather be black? They say, nah, I'll see if I can ride this Chinese thing out for a while. See how that work out. Go ahead.
"And in that thou givest a reward. And no reward is given unto thee. Therefore, thou art contrary."
Ain't that something? The Bible, why did they never bring this out in church? Well, how much hoeing these pastors been doing? How much hoeing everybody been doing? And ain't nobody getting nothing from it. So why be a hoe? Right? Why be a hoe? If it's not nothing that's gonna get you something, you know, like, why sell drugs if you're just selling it just to smoke weed and get some Newports and hang around bras on Friday and Saturday? You know, you're actually not making any money. You're just hustling for the lifestyle. You're risking going to prison, right? Just so you can smoke Newports and hang out all day and sleep until 2 in the afternoon, right? It's contrary to anything that would be likened into a person that would get paid off of being a hoe, right? Go ahead.
Verse 35. "Wherefore, O harlot, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God, because thy filthiness was poured out, and thy nakedness discovered through thy whoredoms with thy lovers, and with all the idols of thy abominations, and by the blood of thy children, which thou didst give unto them. Behold, therefore I will gather all thy lovers, with whom thou hast taken pleasure."
Right. We love YT people. We love them so much, man. We love them so much. It's just like, I think it was Qual. That was you that said that when we was out there, how that woman was mad at us, huh? She was homeless. She was mad at us, man. She was yelling at the camp and everything like that. And all we were saying is just, you know, come back and keep the commandments, you know, serve the Lord and get off of drugs and, you know, get ourselves right so that we don't have to be in this condition to where you would have to be on the streets, you know, and they hate us for it. Most of the time, our people will hate us because we talk about the YT people sometime. And we really don't even talk about YT people all the time. A lot of times it just be like just us telling people to get off of drugs and get themselves together and understand that they come from, you know, a bloodline, which is a royal bloodline. And we come from kings. We come from the bloodline of Christ. We come from great men in the Bible. That's what we try to tell black people. And Matata Paul always said, we come to inject brotherhood back into the ghetto again. Sisterhood back into the ghetto again. That's what we come to do. It ain't hard to understand. The Bible, I mean, you know, it'd be so crazy. I was talking to this dude today. He came over to the shop. He was like talking about the Bible and stuff. And I just told him, I'm like, the Bible is not all the Bible is about. And for all the people that want to pull all these scriptures and all that, whatever, right? This is what the Bible is about. The Bible is just about, it's a book of laws, right? It's a book about the Israelites, right? Their struggles, their wins, their losses. It's a book about the redemption of those people in the end. That's all it's about. Where's all these people getting all this stuff from? You know what I mean? Well, because it said the world. See, the world is that's all it's about. It's about the redemption of a group of people that is in a specific age or society, which is a world. It's a world of Israel. And that world is who Christ came back to save, right? And that world has been getting oppressed over and over and over again by other nations of people. And other nations of people have been able to exploit these people without any retribution, right? And the ultimate retribution is going to come in the end when the Lord put these people over the nations. Now, it only is right that when the Lord put these people over the rest of the nations, that these people are not going to play games with the other nations that had them in subjection for century after century after century. Doesn't that make sense? But people be like, see, I knew you was going to say that. See, it's a world. See, world, if you break it down into Greek, come on, man. That's all the Bible is about. The Bible is about the Israelites getting redemption and putting the people that has done them wrong into captivity, but also is going to be the Lord giving us what? No. Justice. All right. All right, no sweat. go ahead and tell us what you say. Everything about justice. Go ahead and tell us about any more on it. You can end it out. Let me see, where was you at?
36.
Okay, I think everybody get what I'm trying to say. All right, let's get Proverbs 1 and 22. One of my favorite ones. All right, just a few more scriptures, man. Go ahead. You got it, Akol?
I got
1 and 22.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 22.
Give it to me.
Oh, kind out of one kind. We just letting the sister catch up.
follow along, you know.
Most High in Christ. If I could, while the sister finds
Go ahead.
Man, I was watching. I don't know which episode of Black Watch it was, but it was the one where General Yohana was showing how the other nations had got together with the BRICS and their army, how crazy it looked, and how, you know, they were getting everything together and they were like showing up the United States. And when I was looking at it, you know, the only thing I kept thinking is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have no idea what's going on, you know, outside of, you know, just the daily struggle on social media and everything else. And, you know, it's a sad thing to see us continue to try to warn them about what's coming, because it's almost like the acceptance that our people want is just completely clouding our judgment
Mm-hmm.
to where, you know, it's this one brother that constantly gets on social media and he's saying it's a good thing for Donald Trump to be putting them in, you know, Chicago and DC, or I'll see, you know, somebody from Mexico saying that it's, you know, it's bad for them to bring people across the border and they need to do it right. And it's all because we want acceptance.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, okay, remember everybody knows that it's Mexico, the California, all of that. I've been through New Mexico.
Right.
I've been in New Mexico. I've been to Arizona. All of that's Mexicans. Man, you don't even see nobody else but Mexicans in Arizona. Like you be in Arizona, like all them different places is nothing but tacos.
Right.
That's it. That's all that you be riding through there, be like, yeah, this look like Mexico. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Matazba.
You know how when you said you know, a lot of black people, they want acceptance.
Right.
I think a lot of, I'll be bold enough to say, like, a lot of black people just don't even want to be black, man. I was watching this dude, if I may, on this dude. Y'all ever heard of this dude named Officer Tatum?
Yeah.
Officer Tatum, right?
Yeah, I know about Officer Tatum.
Oh, he a sucker, man. Oh man, that dude, man, he gets on the
He be going to colleges.
Yeah,
Like, he be debating people.
Man.
Like people come up to the mic.
Yeah. He's a and then so
Yeah. He used to be a cop.
He goes against, like, okay, if somebody like a black person gets unalived or something, he's always for the cops. He's always going to find the reason why the black person shouldn't have did that, or should have, you know, tucked his tail or did something like that versus whatever he did. And then so the thing with Officer Tatum, you know, like there's Israel, they putting all this money out, right, to get like the right-wing influencers. And so they're putting money out for right-wing influencers to paint a positive narrative of, and I just seen this video where they actually had Officer Tatum interview Benjamin Netanyahu. Man, if you could see. Wait a minute,
he interviewed Netanyahu?
They got him interviewing Benjamin Netanyahu.
Damn, he came up.
Man, look, Tazaiwan, and inside this video, right? So, you know, when you interviewing somebody, like, you can just ask them a straight up question, or you can ask them a question with a lead up, like, well, you know, this is what they're saying on the internet, that people are starving and everything like that. But I haven't seen any pictures of that, of anybody starving or nothing like that. You know, Hamas, something. So what do you say? Like, he already given them the, you know, the alley-oop to answer the question, like, you know what I mean? And then he got to this one point that was so cringe, right? Where he said, yeah, I went to Israel, you know, with a Christian group, and we only got spit on once. That was like, oh, we only got spit on once.
That's the whole.
You know, I don't even want to go to Israel no more.
You know what I mean?
I wanted to go there, like, because I was like, man, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
To see the land.
But I don't even want to go there no more. I don't even want to go there. Not while them heathens is there. Yeah, I don't even want to go there. Like, what am I gonna go there and get spit on?
Officer Tatum.
And get
pretty bad.
You know, held up in damn customs, you know, for 6 hours because they trying to figure out why I got, you know, fringes on and all that. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. But
that dude right there.
Yeah, I'll go anywhere else, man. I'll go to Jamaica. What the hell? Jamaica. I'll go to Jamaica. I ain't gotta go through all that in Jamaica. So like,
All right, so you wanted Proverbs 1 and 22, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Khan. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
That's what we love, man. We love to be stupid and simple and dumb and crazy and all of that. We love it all, right? Because just think about it. Why haven't we have it like, you know, like instead of fighting for rights of, you know, and all of that kind of stuff, we should have been learning how to like have infrastructure. Right. You know how much infrastructure, how much know-how to have to be able to run an international airport? You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have a lot of moving parts to run an international airport. I'm talking about dogs, police, people at the counter, people, you know, moving bags, people on the planes, pilots, everybody. We don't even got that kind of infrastructure. You know what I mean? Because we focus on turning up and having fun. Children, that's what we focus on. We focus on not giving a damn about politics.
Right.
You know, that's what we focus on. Like, well, that's too hard to do. So we focus on young thug snitching. Go ahead, Mataza Pa.
I was about to say, we don't focus on those things because we think that YT people are gonna be in power forever. They just got it. They got it all figured out. You know what I mean? There's nobody ever gonna come and knock them off their pedestal. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to worry about it as long as they got it, just taking care of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Because remember, as long as our destinies are intertwined with YT people, because we feel as long as they're good, we'll be good.
Right.
But we never seem to think about what if integration falls apart,
or if China comes and knock them off or something.
Right. Because think about it, we're trying to be equal with YT people. With the white man, I said, well, goddamn, we trying to be equal with the white man, right? All while he's trying to be equal with the Chinese, because he can't figure out how the hell they do so damn good on them SAT scores. So he's looking at it like, damn, our educational system is failing over here. So he's trying to figure out how he can get to the point where these smart students that are coming out of China and Korea and all of that, he's trying to be equal with them, all while we're trying to be equal to the white man. And so if we're trying to be equal with him and he's trying to be equal with the Asians, but even if he doesn't, even if he finally gets equal with if the white man actually gets equal with the Asians, we still wouldn't be equal with the Asians.
Right.
So it's like we fighting like a battle over here. We fighting a stick man. Like we beating up a damn what's that called? A straw man. We beating up the straw man. So even if he got equal with them, we still wouldn't even be equal with the Chinese. Because it's like we're just wasting time fighting for nothing. You see, look at Farrakhan. Farrakhan, old. You see how old he is? Once you get old, you start sitting like this. You know what I mean? Like the whole demeanor is just jacked up. He's just old. He's an old man now. He's 80 something years old. It's over.
That's crazy.
Who? Farrakhan. Yeah, he's like 80 something years old. It's I mean, any day now, when you're 80 something years old, you could take a nap and people are like, hey, you good? Hey, you sit in the chair, you just be like, you just pass out, if you go to sleep, they be like, oh, yo, they wake you up. Like, hey. You just fall asleep because any day now, you know what I mean? So it just, at that point, you just kind of, you wake up, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So, like we got like what I was saying before is like, we just got a lot of work to do. And the way I teach is like really just to show where we're at with a lot of thinking, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I try to help our people to understand is like a lot of our thinking is just really off. But it don't have to be that way. You can actually come in here, learn how to get yourself together, learn how to get your thinking together, and learn how you don't have to be the butt of the joke all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to give up your integrity. You don't have to give up any of that. You could be straight. People will deal with you straight. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see that you can deal with them the same way. So it's like, you don't gotta let somebody, like if you want to tell, like you be in certain situations and you might think, man, I don't want to tell him my Hebrew name because it just might not be accepted. You know what I mean? All while this person be like, my name is Umjuku Bumai. And you be like, okay, Umjuku, you know what I mean? But they calling you Chauncey. You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta be able to stand on certain things, stand up for yourself, man, be who you are, and don't let that compromise who you are, because I know when you got your Hebrew name and somebody asks you what your name is and you tell them your slave name over that Hebrew name, I know it hurts. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to make sure you stand on your principles, man. That's what the school will teach you if you're not at that level yet. And, you can learn and be what the Lord calls you to be. You know what I'm saying? Always stand with what you were taught. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, just know this, man, because a lot of people won't come into the school because they like, man, I gotta get a shape up. At the end of the day, man, what you want to do? You want to? I'd rather not go up the ladder in corporate and keep my facial hair,
right,
rather than cutting it all off and you just got the bald face. Hey, you got the Gillian Wallow. You look like Gillian Wallow. Go ahead and talk about.
And nowadays, man, all they do every time you go to the barbershop, your hairline goes back farther, a few centimeters, few millimeters back farther.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, that's what brotherhood is about. That's what sisterhood is about. It's about getting yourself together. It's about understanding that you are important. Understanding that the things that the Lord wants to have in your life, you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But it comes with understanding where you're supposed to be, the things that you're supposed to get, and the things that you are supposed to do. Right? Go ahead and talk about.
In the chat said, Most High Christ confirmation, sir. She said, literally just said this while talking with my sister. Stand on this truth and be bold about it.
Yeah, be bold about the truth. Like, don't be like, scared. Don't be scared to tell your job that you need off on Saturdays. Damn. It was like, well, I don't want to do that. Because that's crossing the line if I ask them to have off on Saturdays because, I'm not, a 7-day Adventist or anything like that. I'm just an Israelite, and that's not respectable in the working spaces. Go ahead.
Sir, if I could, I've had a couple of experiences where, people, you like something comes up and then you say something and then they're like, oh, you be the ones on the street screaming and yelling?
No, you be like, no, that's not me.
You just gotta. I learned you just say yes in all confidence, and that switches like because if you kind of like stutter over it or try to stutter over it, or you cop pleas for it, then they'll begin to like think they have some type of like I don't know.
You'll be like Peter
when he was kind of shunning his brothers.
No, I'm talking about when Christ got took and they was asking Peter, it was like, yo, you be with those, you be with Christ, don't you? That. You be with him, don't you? He was like, no. It was like, you was with him. I saw you. He was like, no, that's not me. See what I'm saying?
Because it's, if I could, it was a sister that I had went with some people in the world, my brother-in-law, to get a couple of drinks, and he knew somebody that ended up knowing Ka'aj. And when I said I knew, she was like, where you work? And I told her, and then I asked where she worked. I was like, oh, you probably know my brother Ka'aj. She was like, you be one of the ones on the street screaming? I was like, hell yeah, what I'm supposed to be doing. And then it kind of switched. She started asking questions, versus her thinking she's got something over you and you are doing something wrong. The confidence that comes with the answer is like, oh, well, maybe it's something different today. So
I'm not saying right, and I'm not saying get into every single argument throughout the day. Like, you can still be professional at your jobs or whatever. You ain't gotta tell them nothing about what you believe in or nothing. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just go to your slavery and do what the hell you gotta do. You ain't gotta be there like, look, man, because we the Israelites and all of that. Just go to your damn slavery and do what the hell you gotta do and go to hell home. Who cares what the hell they know about? You know what I mean? It's just more so like a lot of times you don't have to bring a lot of that stuff on yourself. Just be like, look, I need Saturday off, Like, see, I need Saturdays off because see, in the book of Job, you know what I mean? In the book of Job, the 3rd chapter, it says that, like, you ain't gotta be like that, man. Just be like, look, man, I'm not coming in. I'm not coming in. But like, see, because I'm not coming in because, see, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You know what I mean? And if they'd be like, your supervisor be like, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. What's that? Be like, see, all right, I'm glad you said that because, in the 10th chapter, you ain't got to be all that, man. Just be like, yo, I'm not coming in.
Right.
I'm not coming in today. I'm not going to be here Saturday. Why? I'm taking my PTO. I'm not going to be here. You don't have to just what's that word called, Matata Paul? Like you justify. Yeah, you gotta justify it to the oppressor. You gotta justify why you need to have off. When they you know what white people say when they come to work, they be like, I'm not gonna be here this week because I'm going fishing. I'm not gonna be here Saturday. What? I'm going fishing. I'm going to go sit in my deer stand, and then we're going out at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be in the deer stand all day. They be like, wow, that's amazing. Brothers, you'd be like, to get a Saturday off, you like, ready to pull your damn hair out. A brother asks you, are you going to camp this week? You like, I don't know. But if I ask her, I don't know what they'll say. Just say, yo, I'm not going to be here. I got religious beliefs that I got to go do. What religion are you? Like they asked me that because I refused to shave during COVID. I refused to shave during COVID. And it was a long line of people at the job that was in line to get the shave. Because you go up there, they shave, you shave, and then they fit you for the N95 mask. And I told them, I was like, I'm not doing it. So they called safety. Then they called the district manager, and they was like, "Oh, he's refusing." They was like, "Well, why are you refusing?" And I was like, "Yeah, my beliefs. I don't believe in cutting off my beard for any reason." And they was like, "Well, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, what religion? What religion are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Orthodox Jew." Orthodox Jew. What? And they be like, "Oh, Jew." Oh, why do you say so? Hey, look, we're gonna have to move you in this office right here because you don't have you can't get the N95 mask like everybody else. So what we got to do is we got to isolate you, and we got to put you in this office right here. This is an office that we wasn't using, so you can clean it up. We'll get a desk in here, and then we'll run all the business network and everything back here. So you got to get a computer too. The people in the job was like, "Damn, you refused to shave, and they gave you an office." Like, damn. And then I started hearing about other people in the company that was trying to do that same thing. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, and I had that once they gave me that office, man. I had a trash bag taped over the damn door, like so you can't see in there. I had a trash bag. I had 2 doors. So I would see my supervisor coming this way before he could get to me, and I'll leave out and go out the other door and then walk around and be going somewhere. He'd be like, "Hey, I came past your office. I didn't see you." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was over here doing something." You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. It's like you stand with the Lord, and guess what? Doors will open up.
Right.
But you can't never find it if you always keeping your head to the plow. All right. And with that being said, man, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And this is the Brotherhood class. We'll be here every Tuesday. I think Mataza Paul might be rocking out next Tuesday. And then, we're going to be here. Make sure y'all check out ISUPK Delaware. Make sure y'all come in person. If y'all want to check out ISUPK Delaware in person, it's 51A Blue Hen Drive in Newark, Delaware. So make sure you get down here. We got 2 bathrooms in here. We got 1 for the ladies, 1 for the brothers. You know what I'm saying? We finally made it. All right. So I'm going to turn the class over to Priest and Officer Quahal.
All right. This is the ISUPK security announcements. When a new brother or new sister comes into the school, they are off limits. For 6 months, they are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation,
you got to go up a little bit.
After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Also remember tithes, which is a commandment. It can be found in Numbers 18 through 21 and Malachi 3, 8 through 10. And the Hebrew, it is ma'ashra, which is 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. You do have a free a priest fund or a free will offering. It's not mandatory, but it is definitely appreciated. Also, for the up and coming holy convocations, we have the Salaki. It is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. That will be taking place on Sunday, September 21st. And here we will be having it at 51 Blue Hen Drive in Newark, Delaware. So get prepared for that. Take off work if you need to. All right. Remember, if you want to be a trooper in the school, remember to wear all black boots, pants, shirt, and headband. With that being said, Men of Israel, Amijah, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Amijah Shabbat, Amijah, Barak,
Yahweh Samal.
Yajimata. We're going to SAR and turn to the sisters. Sisters, you can go ahead and stand. Men of Israel, Amijah Shabbat, Amijah, Barak.
Yahweh Samal al Tanba Sim Yahweh.
Yahweh, Shamar, Alathan, Bahasha, Yahweh.
That's dismissed.
I kept saying it because I was like, I'm the only one here.